So Donald Trump may be violating the conditions of his release, both in the Washington, D.C. and Georgia cases, as well as his criminal case in New York, where he was convicted of 34 felonies. Now, how is he violating his conditions? Well, one of the things that all three require is that he not commit any more crimes. And his photo op at Arlington National Cemetery is potentially a crime because he is not allowed to use the cemetery for political purposes like that and do this. And he pushed, either him or his entourage pushed their way into the restricted area where he wasn't allowed to do the video. He could have been there as a private citizen, but because they were doing video and photography for campaign purposes, it could potentially be a crime and a violation of his parole. But beyond that, he has on September 5th a awards banquet gala thing scheduled at his Bedminster Golf Club, and where there are going to be numerous defendants from the January 6th attack that have been convicted, that have done time, that are going to be there. He's going to be honoring these people, and he wants to give away some kind of an award for their song "Justice for All" that they recorded, and now he's using it kind of as a new anthem and a MAGA movement thing. Um, but because these other people are convicted felons, and he is a felon as well, even though he has not been sentenced, it potentially could be a violation of the conditions of his release. And even if not, because he hasn't been sentenced and the judge has not imposed necessarily the conditions of not being around other felons, it may not be viewed favorably by Judge Marchand when they go to sentence him. Currently, he is scheduled to be sentenced on September 18th. So we will see how this plays out. But with both of these instances, Donald Trump is, walking a very fine line. Everyone says, well, he's Teflon Don. When is any of this going to, come back and bite him? These potentially could. But don't forget, he has been convicted of those 34 felonies, and he is going to be sentenced to something as of right now on September 18th. Whether that's some kind of a home confinement, whether that's a massive fine, probation, or potentially actual jail time. Now, we will see what the judge does with that fine, but the fact that he is snubbing his nose, and just saying, well, I'm going to do whatever I want in a lot of these situations is not going to be looked upon very favorably by the judge. So we'll see how this all shakes out, but Donald Trump could find himself on the wrong side of this, as always, because he does what he wants and he doesn't think two steps ahead to think about what the consequences could be.